how do I even put this? Imagine you have a flight scheduled for 10 p.m. and then it gets pushed to 11 p.m., 12 a.m. and they cancel on you. Well, this happened to us and we said, no. We're gonna rent a car and drive back home. Mainly because the makeover had to get done. Jan and I just find ways to put more and more on our plate, which is why we gave Kevin a full makeover for his closet as well. He wasn't expecting it.
We would do the closets, I wasn't expecting.
I got this last minute TV and mounting it was a process because I was literally raging. So bro, I fucking hate it, man. But you know what? After all of it, I'm pretty happy with the fact that I was able to integrate a PlayStation without having a PlayStation.
You're fucking crazy, bro. Holy f.
I guess you guys are gonna have to stick around to see how we pulled it off. There are like a few things we still need to get done, like mount the TV, mount the Sonos bar, make sure the speakers work and everything is properly, and then we would like to make a cool closet. We're currently in Toronto and our plane is literally at 11:30 p.m. and it's 7 and I'm just dwelling. I'm trying to figure something out. This is gonna be a wild 3 days. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, sir. So, turns out that our flight got canceled. It got pushed like 3 times. It's currently 11:45 p.m. and we're about to drive 4.5 hours to Montreal. Oh, I don't know what to say. We were kind of freaking out. Walid had to get to work as soon as possible for an audit. We had rescheduled Kevin's time to finish up his makeover. We had no choice but to drive. I drove from like 12:15 to 2:30 a.m. I was really freaking tired. So Jan drove the rest of the way. It honestly took us like 5 hours to get back because of the weather, but we made it. By 5 a.m. I was back home, sort of ready to work. Sort of, because I fell asleep till like 10 a.m.
Tell me how you feel, my friend.
Yeah, I'm just defeated, bro.
This is not the greatest start to this makeover episode.
Because if we do the closet, it's gonna add so much to the room.
Text him to send me a picture of his closet.
You think he'll know how to measure his...
Jan and I took some time to plan this whole closet situation. Up to now, with the work we've done in that space, we've felt like his bedroom was kind of incomplete. Jan thought it was a great idea to really finalize it with a closet. So we sat down together and started plotting that. We saw a few things we liked. They were sort of tight with the dimensions Kevin had sent us, but we always sort of managed to make it work. The only thing is that for the item we wanted, we had to head to an IKEA about an hour away from us.
Do another long drive.
So we have to drive like 45 minutes, bro.
If we're lucky without traffic. And I will walk. Shit.
So this is what Kevin's closet looks like. The only thing is that there's like this panel there that we don't want to block, so we might have to go with a smaller unit.
Well, I think we might have to go with this, huh? So it doesn't block that panel, and then the panel should be sitting here, and we can stack boxes there.
What we can also do,
like
we can also, you see how this one is 200, there's 100, so you can buy another piece that's half. So for our safety, what we can do, we can always just buy an extra piece.
And
Just
expand it on the left, and then it'll sit on top of that panel.
What's the ETA?
I'm about to check.
56 minutes?
Oh my god, bro.
We decided to go with something completely different, but I think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, bro. Let me set up.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I didn't think you would do the closets, I wasn't expecting.
We just need you to empty it. Empty
Yeah,
the
for
out of it, bro.
Tonight, huh?
Yeah.
We spent that evening emptying the car and just getting everything into Kevin's unit. I was fed up of driving hours and going places, especially after getting back from Toronto that morning. But you know what? Even though we only had the next 2 days to get all of this done, I was pretty excited for what was to come. Today, we're gonna build his whole IKEA closet. Before putting together all of this stuff, I wanted to take a quick peek at this closet. Kevin had a complete mess in here.
Okay.
You see, I asked him to empty his entire closet, mainly because first, I don't want to touch his stuff, and well, because I needed to dismantle the cheap stuff condo builders love putting in closets. This rack was massive. Holy.
Okay, so there's two things right now. There's this panel right here that we're dealing with, and then there's another panel up there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we need to figure something out right here.
Anyways, look, here's what we are dealing with.
Okay.
Building IKEA furniture is not always fun, but at least it's honestly, for the most part, well documented. This year's the PAX wardrobe unit. It's like this whole thing that comes in one piece. It's a bit odd, but when you unbox it, it sort of makes sense. Sort of. Hey, how the hell are we gonna build this inside?
What does it say?
I think you just need to attach the top and
So
bottom.
this entire thing is one piece. You see this? It's like an origami type of build. You have to open this inside.
So here's our attempt of putting this wardrobe in. I was amazed. For the first time, we finally had proper measurements right off the bat.
Okay, we'll be good.
Look, I thought we absolutely needed to drill this into the wall. I was not having it. John figured out we didn't need to drill it at all. Last thing I wanted was to mount this metal piece into Kevin's closet wall.
Down then.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is that we're not gonna use this piece. Like this is a metal piece that usually you put in the back of these type of units to like sort of hold them, but it's so hard to get them like aligned properly. And you don't really need them according to a lot of people on YouTube.
And so we went on with the building process. For the most part, honestly, IKEA furniture is the easiest thing to build. I remember that day telling Jan about how amazed I often feel with these sort of things. The engineers who sit down to design these pieces and ensure everything fits for mass production, they are incredible. Anyways, look, we balanced this thing out just to make sure that it wouldn't wobble around.
Okay, so the way you actually use this without mounting it to the wall is that you use this bracket to sort of finish off the top. So what you do is that you bend these corners and then you use it on top from there to there, and you put it together, and then you put it
in this hole here.
Oh.
So then that metal bracket's gonna come here and hold this in. And then it's gonna.
This took a bit of time, but we got it to work. The last thing was really putting the top piece and the bottom piece, and that was it. The first wardrobe was built, and it was time to build the second one.
Yeah, like if we got a tape measure to measure.
Measure.
Get a tape measure. Take two, but they'll both fit. But it's just like if we want to make sure
And they're aligned properly.
because of the panel.
Oh yeah.
Let's build the other one, and then we.
Make shit happen.
And then, well, we built the second one.
Okay, it's looking good.
Yeah. Not looking good. The gap is huge.
Huge difference. And then we align in the bottom there.
That was an easy fix, by the way. What was not easy was getting around these two panels where his internet sits and the water valve for the unit. Honestly though, super happy with the way these were sitting inside.
So what I'm thinking now is that I think we're gonna go get the TV that we have to put on this wall and probably the bracket that goes on it. Install that, get a proper TV, something not too crazy because he doesn't need the craziest thing here. His crazy TV's on the other side. Yeah, we're gonna get going.
Last night before going home, I forgot to mention, but we passed by Best Buy to take a quick peek. One of my boys who's a manager found me a last minute option, so we ended up going with the Sony Bravia 3, a 55-inch TV. Mad respect, my boy. So we picked that up on Thursday.
Yo, this wallet, you guys don't understand. I absolutely missed this because I was rocking the Oppo phone. This is just so clutch. Literally, it's like a magnet. Look at that. And I can fit two cards, up to two cards in here. And it literally acts like a tripod. Look at that. This is so freaking clutch. I absolutely love MOFT. It's just so good. It's just so freaking good. Can't beat this, I'm telling you.
Okay.
So we ended up getting a Bravia 3 TV.
When you think about it, he doesn't really need like the craziest specs. It's in his bedroom and he already has a crazy TV here in the living room.
So the Bravia 3, at the price it comes at, I think it's the perfect choice. We went with 55 inches. And then we got this mount that costed an arm and a leg, but he's gonna be able to tilt it.
Let's get cooking.
Mounting TVs can be tedious. I think my favorite part about this whole process is the unboxing and then the final reveal. Mainly because the in-between requires us to measure things, align the bracket to the wall. I mean, look at those faces. But anyways, look, not the end of the world, just tedious. From finding studs, to making holes, to installing anchors, for the most part, the end result is always the most satisfying thing. So what do we need to
We
get?
need a jab saw,
Yeah,
a ratchet,
and the vacuum.
vacuum.
Vacuum. Job saw, ratchet,
Oh,
vacuum.
get a light bar.
Light bar?
Just so we
Oh yeah. Just gonna go get some things at the office while John's just gonna start building a bit of the interior for the armoire. Armoire. What is that called? Closet.
So is it dresser?
Yeah, like a dresser. Yeah, dresser. So anyways, just gonna do that. I'll be back.
Mírame, ey, oh, 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 Miguelito, ¿sabe qué? Ey, suéltala con toda tu bellaquera, da la vuelta y bájala, ese trasero mata. Comienza el perreo de la raza, sácatela y baila, el tema guasa guasa.
Alright, so things are starting to look so sick. I put up 2 of his shirts up just so I can kind of get the right height for this shelf. Next up, I gotta add these drawers, kind of like what I had done on their website, on the IKEA website, just to map things out a little bit, but I think it's gonna come up pretty freaking sick. Quite a bit to do, but we're getting there.
I left my broski bro working on the wardrobe as a whole. While I was gone, he was finishing the drawers and making sure it all worked properly. Like that, by the time I was back, we could finalize mounting the TV. Or at least, that's what I thought.
I fucking hate it, man. Tellement de la merde. C'est juste waste.
Waste, huh?
Say, beep, 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 beep. Excuse my language. Usually I don't like using anchors to put anything on the walls because anchors suck. I like using butterflies, especially if it's something really heavy. My anchors right now, I decided to use the anchors that come with the wall mount. They're pretty much coming off. I'm just gonna put butterflies, but I have to like dismantle it, make sure it aligns, make sure it's straight. I'm gonna finish this and I'll see you guys tomorrow because I'm about to have a freaking fit. So last night we fetched some cables through the wall. We finished mounting the TV and I opened the Sonos bar and then I realized I completely forgot to bring this. We're gonna mount this below the TV, so it's gonna be like a really clean mount so the Sonos bar can sort of sit on it. The cable management in that room is so clean and Kevin gave us a great idea. We're gonna drill a hole in between his closet. He doesn't like when we drill holes in between his closet, so we can do like a very clean lighting setup in the closet. You guys will see it. Kevin was so happy because finally we didn't need to drill more holes for that. I promised him the last holes we needed were for the Sonos mount. John and I have been dying to mount a Sonos bar on a wall. Honestly, this took 2 seconds. I feel like mounting a Sonos beam in your bedroom apartment is perfect. This soundbar has Dolby Atmos support, all the ports you need for a clean setup. It's got a night sound mode that lowers down quiet sounds and tones down loud ones so you can watch your favorite shows without waking up anyone. And of course, I used the same hole I drilled last night to pass some of its cables. I wanted this setup to be as clean as possible, which meant that I needed to hide the cables going from the bar to the TV and power with this little plastic cover that would go on the wall. Not a fan of the way these cables are showing, so John's just gonna cut a piece of that plastic so we can put it on the wall and hide the cables with that. While he does that, I got some HDMI cables. This is an extension and this is just the regular HDMI cable that I'm gonna route again through the wall and he can also connect it to his PlayStation 5. The only thing is that I'm not sure how the signal is going to be here with the controller and everything, but we're going to give it a try. And if it works, then that's cool. You've got a PlayStation 5 sort of integrated into the TV. It's not really, but you get it. And so on Friday, after finalizing the Sonos setup, we also finished up setting up the TV. While Jan worked on that, I cleaned up some of the mess we had. This zero cable setup is just so clean. At this point in time, we still had one more thing to do for this closet, and that is the lighting setup in here.
So there's this to install, and we're gonna get to it. There's all the stuff from IKEA they sell at the store, lighting stuff. I've never really done anything like this, so gonna be a job and a half.
Asked you for one of these?
Yeah, it only asked me for one of those. Why? I think those connect like in sequence.
Yeah, you're right.
After this, we're pretty much done, huh? Good.
Good, fine.
Let's get to it. So the last thing we have left is just what, decorate this whole thing?
Yeah, decorate and set up the last IKEA light a little bit.
Yeah, and that's it. The closet is pretty much done. The whole thing is pretty much done. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that we didn't have to drill a hole there. I'm happy with that. Sonos being
On start avec le...
But you have a lot of space, so you can put like boxes on top, left, right, underneath. This is a crazy setup. I really like it. Minimal bedroom for sure, because it's not a big apartment, it's a small apartment. The bedrooms in these type of apartments aren't big. Like my bedroom is so small at home, but it's looking really nice. Like it's really sick. I might just make a cinematic or something like that. Anyways, I'll do the reveal on Monday. So this here's as minimal as it gets in my opinion. It's a room that's 11 feet by 9 feet. It's small, but it was big enough to fit the Ophelia bed frame from Rove Concepts. The bed here is a queen size, surprisingly left enough room for a couple of wishbone nightstands. These are 26 inches wide, by the way. I absolutely love the color. It's a washed natural oak with pale cane. They are incredibly heavy because it's real wood. I find it gives the room a nice, subtle and elegant timeless balance. It's got a Carb Phase 2 certification, so that means that the product releases a low enough amount of formaldehyde to be considered safe. It's got soft close engineered drawers with its finger pull handles. Really, it's roomy enough to store anything you need in a bedroom like this, and it pairs super well with their Ophelia bed in pearl and their Chateau Bouclé material. This one here is almost 66 inches in width. I remember when we first assembled this a few months ago, it was super easy. The bed does come with its slats. It can support a bed weight limit up to 1,100 pounds. It's a bed that pairs really well with mattresses that are about 8 inches thick. The mattress here sits approximately 3 inches into the bed frame. It's got a pine wood headboard, a Carb Phase 2 certification, a full frame wrapped in triple layer multi-density foam cushioning, great fabric. It's just minimal and clean.
I really wanted to have a rug in here, but as you guys can see, it's quite small. I don't think it would have been a great idea, to be honest. Already that we have the TV mounted right here, and this space sort of shrinks. I don't think it would have been that necessary.
The Bravia 3 is not at all the thinnest of TVs, but look, I thought it was useless spending a lot of money on a crazy TV here. Don't get me wrong, this still is considered a high-end TV. It offers 4K HDR, vibrant colors with a triluminous display, and smooth motion handling powered by Sony's advanced cognitive processor XR. I use its eARC port to connect it to the Sonos bar, and above that one, I connected the PlayStation 5 that sits in the other room. That's probably the smartest thing I've ever done. The signal is honestly good. I'm gonna show you guys a bit of the latency. It's not too bad.
He's in Dr.
Pretty
Connor's
good.
lab. Gotta get there quick.
Imagine gaming here at night. Oh man, it's so sick. Just sounds good with the Sonos bar. It's so sick.
Stop hurry! We can help you!
Now check this out, the Sonos Beam connects to Kevin's IKEA lamps. These here are Sonos lamps that are powered by a Hue bulb, which means that he can either control his lighting with a Hue app or Google Home and control his sound with a Sonos app. But the coolest thing, and the thing I've been wanting to do for the longest time ever since you guys told me about it, is that you can use these along a Sonos bar for surround sound. How cool is that? Full surround sound in your bedroom. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but look, right now it's fully surrounded. I can hear it in the back. It's crazy.
Symbiotes are trying to get at those people!
Yo, it's fucking crazy, bro. Holy f. The last thing I want to show you guys is how the closet turned out. This, my friends, was around like 750 bucks. For the money, the entire setup turned out to look so good. We ended up going with this layout because sadly, a lot of the accessories we wanted were out of stock, but for Kevin, this works. Enough drawers for his things, room for shoes, enough space for his shirts and pants. This tidies it all together. The real kicker here is the lighting. We installed 2 over sedan light bars. They connected to this box called the Trat-Free, which is powered with this cable called Anslunta. These names are actually crazy to pronounce. I'm sorry if I'm butchering them. All these are bought separately, by the way. And then the Rodret I installed. This allows him to control his lights in the closet. It was a bit of a pain to set up, but when it works, it really is useful. The only lights that are controlled through Google Home are the LifeX strip we installed, but that's pretty much it. This room with a mirror and the plant we also got from IKEA really rounds it all up. If you guys have any questions, just let me know down below. If you made it till the end of the video, let me know with a #end. Other than that, I'm really happy with this. I love the fact that I was able to build a series around this whole entire place. It was probably one of the funnest projects we've had in a very long time, aside from Jan's basement. That was absolutely sick. We've got so many more projects coming next year. I've got so many freaking ideas, so you guys stay tuned because I'm gonna make a bunch of playlists on our channel and a bunch of giveaways coming next year for sure for you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching these videos, watching this series, watching all these episodes. I guess I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Road to a Milli, baby. And enjoy Christmas and enjoy the New Year's. Take care.